Imagine you're walking alone through a misty forest. The night is silent, with only the sound of breaking twigs and your own breath. You feel something is following you from behind. But when you turn around, no one is there. Then you see him, tall, thin, standing still, faceless. That is Slenderman. Not just an internet legend, but a real figure who has haunted children's nightmares for decades. And today, we'll uncover who he really is.
Slenderman first emerged on the internet in 2009 on a forum called Something Awful. A user named Eric Knudsen, under the alias Victor Surge, posted 2 black and white photos of children playing. In the background stood a tall, thin, faceless figure wearing a black suit. No one expected those edited photos to ignite a global phenomenon. What made the images disturbing was how natural Slenderman appeared, like he had always been part of the photo. Not obvious, but subtly unsettling. Below the pictures were fake captions referencing missing children and a mysterious figure known only as the Slender Man. And then, things got strange. People began claiming they had seen him, not just in photos, but in dreams, in parks, even as children, long before the images were created. As if Slenderman hadn't been invented, but awakened. Folklorists drew connections between Slenderman and older myths. Germany's Der Grossmann, Britain's Tall Man, and Nordic forest spirits. All described tall, silent figures linked to missing children. Slenderman, then, wasn't just a digital invention. He was a fusion of ancient archetypes and modern media. He exists because we believe he does. Over time, the Slenderman myth grew. Forums like Creepypasta, Reddit, and YouTube fueled the legend. People wrote stories, developed games like Slender, The 8 Pages, and created mockumentaries investigating the figure. Slenderman became a symbol of digital horror, a monster not born from ancient books, but from viral posts and internet obsession. The indie game Slender the 8 Pages caused a surge in popularity. Players wandered a dark forest, collecting 8 notes while being stalked by a silent, faceless figure. The longer you played, the closer he got. Look at him too long, and the screen distorted until game over. Fan art, videos, memes, and fan fiction flooded the web. But with the growing fandom came a darker side, obsession. Some users believed too deeply. They drew symbols, performed rituals, and claimed to hear Slenderman whispering at night. This is when story became belief, and belief became danger. Hundreds of reports emerged worldwide, from the US, the UK, even Indonesia. Most came from children and teens. The details, uncannily similar, seeing a tall figure in the distance, repeating dreams of a faceless man. Glitches in photos and cameras when Slenderman appeared. In Texas, a 10-year-old boy drew dark woods with a tall man lurking among the trees. His parents thought it was imagination, until he began sleepwalking toward the forest. In Russia, 2 teens went missing for days. When found in a pine forest, they were hungry, frightened, and clutching notes that read, "I've seen him, I must go." Strangely, no clear visual evidence of Slenderman exists. CCTV footage often malfunctions. Photos blur. Audio recordings are filled with static and strange hums. Some experts call this mass hallucination, but the details align eerily, even among people who've never met. Could it be that Slenderman only reveals himself to certain minds? Those lonely, online too long, too willing to believe. Or maybe he was always there. We just weren't scared enough to notice.
On May 31st, 2014, the world was shaken by a chilling news story from Waukesha, Wisconsin. Two 12-year-old girls, Anissa Wire and Morgan Geyser, lured their friend Peyton Leutner into the woods to play hide-and-seek. Then they stabbed her 19 times with a kitchen knife. Why? They said it was to please Slenderman. In their police interviews, the girls said Slenderman had demanded a sacrifice. If they obeyed, he would let them live in his mansion in the forest. If not, he would kill their families. They weren't joking. They believed every word. Miraculously, Peyton crawled out of the woods and was found by a cyclist. She survived, proof of how far belief in Slenderman could drive young minds. The case sparked national debate about teen mental health, internet culture, and the psychological power of digital myths. Psychiatrists diagnosed Morgan with early-onset schizophrenia. But the bigger question remained: how could a fictional figure become real? Inside the minds of two girls. Slenderman, in this case, wasn't a story. He was an entity, alive in their perception.
After Waukesha, conspiracies multiplied. Some believe Slenderman is an interdimensional being who targets the mentally fragile. He spreads through images, stories, or even by name. Others see him as the Watcher, a silent archetype appearing in ancient myths from Sumeria to Scandinavia. Psychologists, however, offer a more grounded view. They link Slenderman to tulpomancy, the idea that focused thought can create sentient mental entities. The more people believe in Slenderman, the stronger he becomes in our collective consciousness. In psychology, this is called an egregore, a psychic being born from shared emotion and belief. So, he may not exist physically, but mentally, he's very real, real enough to push someone over the edge. Following the online craze, Slenderman entered the mainstream. He appeared in horror games like Slender the Arrival, the HBO documentary Beware the Slender Man, the 2018 horror film Slender Man, music, digital art, and murals around the world. But not everyone welcomed him. Parents, schools, and communities began banning Slenderman content. Schools blocked Creepypasta websites. Fear spread, not just of the monster, but of his influence. Regardless, Slenderman had secured his place in horror history. He became the face of internet-age fear, a myth that proved nightmares can go viral. And more chilling, they can live off belief. If Slenderman is born from fear and thought, then his goal is simple: attention. He doesn't attack the strong, he preys on the lonely, the overlooked, those drifting in the vast emptiness of digital life. He whispers, he waits, until his victims come to him. His symbols, leafless trees, circles with X's, distant figures, show up in the art and dreams of isolated children. He might not kill physically, but mentally, emotionally, he infects. He's a virus of the mind. And the most terrifying truth: Slenderman doesn't have to be real to destroy you. Slenderman doesn't have to be real to destroy you. Slenderman isn't a creature with claws and teeth. He's not a monster hiding under your bed. He's something worse. He's the shadow in the corner of your eye, the whisper in your dreams, the chill that tells you you're not alone. Is he real? That's up to how deeply you believe. Because the more you search for him, the closer he comes.
If you enjoyed this story, hit like, share it with your friends, and comment below. Have you ever seen Slender Man or dreamed of him? Until next time. And remember, don't look behind you.